Welcome to the Skybox. This is the Skybox Podcast. I'm Bills. He's ACG. On this show, we talk about sports, hip-hop, and culture. All right. Welcome back. This is episode number 2. We're talking, there's a lot of things that we have on the plate today, but the first thing, the biggest topic that I'd say we saw last week actually just happened on Thursday. It was the trade of Carson Wentz. ACG, what do you think about this trade?
I think it's good for Philly. Get that man out of there. He's a
I was thinking the same. He had that MVP season.
Yeah.
But that was 5 years ago.
2017 though?
Yeah. The regression.
The regression.
Now, do you think so? Now, the tough thing about him in Philly is it wasn't all his fault because Philly, they lost the coach, the quarterback coach.
Right.
And on top of that, they also like the O-line. What happened to them?
Yeah. He just, his decision making is not too good. Not too good. He was a turnover machine. He was a turnover machine. So, I think he'll do good though in Annapolis. I think he'll do better. I really do. He's got Frank Wright. Frank Wright used to be with him when he had his MVP season. So, but I still think Philly won. Get him out of here.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think Philly won because he had the huge contract that, I mean, it's hard enough moving a player who has a big contract, who just wants to be, who's doing his thing. But it's tough moving a guy who has a huge contract, who you just got finished benching.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's not good enough to be actually playing the game.
Right.
But he is worth all of this money that we're going to try to get you to pay.
Yeah. And they got the one kid, Hurts. He's pretty looking good.
I think next season Hurts is going to be hurting because when that O-line, I think the statistic was something crazy where Wentz got sacked like over 30 times in the last season. And then once he got benched, Hurts got sacked like 15 times.
Yeah.
Now, for all of last year, Indy had under 20 sacks on their quarterback.
Right. Yeah. That's what they're talking about too. So he's gonna have plenty of time to throw that thing.
Yeah. Now
to the other team.
Is it just muscle memory now? It's like as soon as they snap it, is he gonna freak out, run around like he has no time?
Yeah. He's very talented. He's very talented. His decision making is not there. It's not.
The tough thing I think too is like, say this is going to be a better situation for him, but the tough thing about it, he's now 5 years older than he was back when he was playing really good.
Right.
So like,
yeah, he's still under 30 though, so he's still a little young, but still, yeah, he's not getting any young.
Yeah, and he had some like not highway miles. He had like real miles on him from getting mollywopped by the defensive line of every team.
Yeah. No, I think it was a good decision for both teams though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think it was a good decision for it was a good decision for being able to offload his huge salary for Philly. And then for Indy, you look at what they gave up, and they gave up like a
second and third round, I think.
But the one pick is contingent on how he does. So if he does well, then it elevates up. So like, they lost nothing.
Yeah.
So next up, we have the LA Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. ACG, what did you think about this?
Man, I had it all wrong. I picked the Lakers game too. I picked the Lakers. LeBron did his thing though. He had a 30-piece, did his thing, but it wasn't enough.
I think the reason why things fell apart was because not only did you have AD out,
AD's
you also had Schroeder. Schroeder. In it.
Yeah, Schroeder's nice. He's underrated, I think. Schroeder's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of LeBron in the old Cavs when he didn't really have anyone.
What do you mean? He had Andy Varejao. He had Sideshow Bob.
Yeah. Gibson.
Yeah, he had Mo Williams that one time.
Mo Williams.
Delonte West, the guy who was famous for going crazy on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
I mean, he had probably one of the most suspect cores that actually ended up going to the NBA Finals ever.
I don't know how that team made it.
It was just him.
But no.
Yeah.
And the Kyrie and Harden really didn't go crazy in that game either. It was more about the others. The others stepped up off the bench. They stepped up. I think Kyrie only had 16 and Harden had 20. So they didn't really go crazy, but it was just about the others. They stepped up.
You know, I didn't believe you last week when you told me how good the Brooklyn Nets were because of the fact that they had, that three-headed monster. Mm-hmm. And I said they don't play defense, so they can't really win against something. But actually looking at it, they still don't play defense, so there's still no defense at all.
No, that's not gotcha.
When you get shooters coming off the bench,
yep, yeah,
like everybody's a shooter,
right? Yeah, everyone is. Yeah, everyone is.
People I didn't even know were in the NBA. Like the guy who's running the taco stand, he could have run down, put a uniform on it, lit it up, get 40% from three.
Right. Sham it, off the bench, hit like 2 or 3 of threes. He came in big. There's a lot of people who came up.
Yeah. Like if you came off the bench, you were shooting 40% from 3-point line.
Yeah.
This was one that everybody circled it on the calendar saying this is going to be like a something to show what's coming. Mm-hmm. I think if AD gets back healthy, I think this actually would be like a potential for the finals.
Yeah, I think this is the NBA Finals preview. If the Clippers say about it though, the Clippers they're angry about last year. Did you see your man Kyrie when making the free throws and he missed one, and he said, "This is your best throw shooter"? Remember that? Yeah. But it's crazy because when you do stuff like that, it's like, are you ready for that smoke? I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You have the Black Panther though. Remember when what was that line in the Black Panther?
This your king?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have the AllStar game, which is being held in Atlanta in the beginning of March, against the players' wishes of some of the more prominent players like LeBron, as well as against the wishes of Atlanta's mayor, Keisha Lance-Bottoms.
Oh, I didn't know it was against the mayor.
Oh yeah, she came out in the press conference a little earlier this week, and she said, point blank, the NBA is having this in the city against her wishes, and that she wanted to make it evidently clear that this is not a party town. Like, this is not a time for a party. No after parties, no
partying.
So last year during the bubble, there was the infamous chicken wing incident.
Yeah. Lemon Pepper Lou.
Where Lou Williams went, and I mean, he just stopped in to get some chicken wings, but it ended up being a strip club.
Yeah,
and
who knew?
I I guess it's not like just picking up a to-go order at Chili's.
No, nah, a little different.
Yeah. There was more breasts and thighs.
Yeah.
in this order.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. I think they should have just postponed it for. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me, and to cram the 3 events in one day, like the fun of it was how it was spread out through the weekend. So now it's like it feels rushed. It feels like no one wants to do it. And personally, I'm not going to watch it if I know LeBron's not all in it. I know the players don't really want to be there. I'm not going to watch it. So that's just me, though. I don't like it.
I agree with that because I think when the players are for it and they're talking about it and they're excited about it, then the fan gets excited because they're thinking, oh, man, they're going to put on a crazy show. It's going to be something else. Yeah. But when the players are like, I don't really, I don't think I should go. Like, you're going to get, I bet you it ends up reverting back to what it used to be, where it's just like a dunk contest. They're doing full court lobs to each other. Yeah. They're trying to run out the clock. Like, I think it's just going to be half-hearted.
I think the one dude, AD won the MVP last time, and I think he had like the record most points. He had like 40 something. The man had 60 open dunks. The last year was one of the best ones in a while, I think. Last year.
I was actually just watching that on NBA TV a little earlier this week, and to see them going at it, like it was the fourth quarter, the game was tied. You had players over at the not announcers. You had players over at the referees, like arguing plays. You never get that before.
Never. Yeah, that was good. That was the best one in a while.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it should have been something that they forced. It just feels forced.
Yeah, it feels forced. It feels rushed. It doesn't look good. I don't like it. I'm gonna still watch it though. But
it's gonna be garbage, complete garbage. I'm watching. I'm gonna tune in early. I'm gonna see the celebrity. That's it. Is there gonna be a forced celebrity game where they have like 3 people that I never heard of before?
Yeah, the one guy, the one old white dude's in.
Well, but I mean, when he wins the MVP, it's because he was playing against the TikTok dancing girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, talking All-Star game, who do you think will be robbed of a spot on the either on the starting lineup or on the reserves?
The reserves. I don't think anyone right now is snubbed because the lineups look pretty good. You can throw Lillard in. You could throw him over Steph. That's kind of a toss-up because, I mean, Steph is averaging about 30. I think Dame's he's like 27, 28 a game. So you can make Dame, but I think Steph. But I think the reserve out on the 23rd will be able to see that list.
Yeah.
So but I think it looks good for now. I like it.
I think Dame normally gets robbed when it comes to All-Star games. It's at least nice that he doesn't have to wait, Well, no, he's going to get robbed anyway. Like, regardless of where they put him, he's going to get robbed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But in this case, because of the fact nobody wants to go there, is it really being robbed?
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, no, don't vote for me this season. Don't vote at all.
Leave me out, guys. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have something that's very, very close to my heart. I feel very strongly about this subject. It's Tory Lane's hairline.
As
you can see, I'm challenged.
A little
ACG, as a guy with hair, what do you think about this?
I mean, it makes me proud to have hair. They said he looked like the Reese's cup.
When you take off the top.
When you take off the top. But yeah, no, it was a good moment for me, you know?
I mean, for me, it was tough because I saw that even if you're rich and you supposedly pay for a fancy new hairline, it's still like, did he sweat it away? I remember last year he was on the Breakfast Club and he was just talking about how he went to a doctor and they did all this stuff.
And it looked good. It looked good on the Breakfast Club.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I think he sweated it out.
He sweated out.
They charged him $40,000 for a Beijing haircut. He had shoe polish. That was just shoe polish.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, going back to basketball again. Who do you think, ACG, is the NBA's MVP frontrunner?
I'm gonna go with LeBron. Right now. I'm gonna go with LeBron.
That's an easy choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because his age, what he's doing, we never seen this before. With AD being out, he's been out. He's averaging over 25, like over 6 rebounds. He's going crazy. And I think Lakers have the second best record. Yeah, second best record in the West.
Yeah.
Behind the Jazz. So yeah, I think LeBron. After LeBron would be Embiid. Embiid, he's doing crazy things.
He's really putting it together.
I like the big dude, Jokic, the Joker.
Joker, okay.
Nice. I think he's underrated too. He's really nice.
I think for Joker, it's tough playing in Denver.
Yeah.
Because like you're getting kind of overshadowed because you have the Lakers over, you have the Clippers over there, you have Golden State, which is, main focal points. People kind of take their same thing with Utah. I feel like people take their eye off of Utah too.
Yeah, I'm keeping on Utah. They got the best record in the West.
Yeah. And I bet you, like, they'll have the best record, but they won't have an MVP.
No.
Yeah, I agree though. I think LeBron takes the MVP at least at this stage.
Yeah,
I think it's tough. It would be tough also for the others to be able to come back and like prove a better case.
Right.
Like for example, like Embiid, while he's putting in work and he's doing like his personal best, he's got to lead his team out of the East in order to like secure it.
Yeah, and Brooklyn's has something to say about that. That's not gonna.
that ain't happening.
Yeah, he would pick, but he played too many. He hasn't played enough games for me.
Yeah.
Brock played all the games. Yeah. And Embiid's missed a few, so that's why I dock him.
Yeah. And the tough thing about it, looking at LeBron, I think he's kind of looking Tom Brady-ish because of the fact that we've seen LeBron in the finals almost through all of the, like, just about all of the 2010s.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the same winning percentage, but like he's gonna get whatever. We were joking about it before, but whatever garbage team he has, he's usually gonna will them up to the final.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
he's gonna run away with the MVP, I think.
Yeah, easy. Not gonna be as easy to actually win the cup, but
no.
Yeah, he's got something to work on. Now, talking about winning, next up we have Serena Williams being taken out by the newcomer Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, that's big. That's a passing of the torch.
It's the torch. It's a torch being passed, but like I don't know if she was ready for that torch to be passed yet.
Nah, she wasn't ready. homegirl took the torch and lit it herself.
Like she snatched it, pushed her down, and then did the Allen Iverson step over.
Yeah, she did. She beat her in all the sets, and all sets won.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was dominant. It wasn't close at all.
And it's tough because this is the second year. Like, it's a fluke sometimes. Okay, I lose to like this player or this other, but the second year in a row where you get stopped by the same player who kind of like has a little bit of the same noise that she had when she came in.
Right. Yeah. No, she's the now. She's not the future. She's the now.
Now, I'm not sure if you saw the press conference, but after the match, in the press conference, Serena actually got pretty emotional and had to walk off of the set. Do you think this is about time to call it a career? Do you think she's at that stage where she's just looking at the legacy starts to go down from here?
I think she's got a few more years left. She does. But tennis is different though, because that's a lot of strenuous work on your body.
Yeah.
All that. So I think she's got maybe a couple years left just to add some sugar on her legacy. But I think right now, what's her name? She has it.
Yeah. So Naomi, I think, as you're saying, I think she has it now.
Naomi has it.
It's going to be tougher and tougher for Serena to be able to stay up to task, to be able to go after these kids, because tennis is a sport where like teenagers usually come in and like start really charged. So like it's going to be tough for her to keep up and to keep going. Plus, she's married to a billionaire, so I mean, at a certain point, you gotta be like, I don't want to do this. I'm rich.
Yeah. I think the only thing, I think she'll play longer than she should. I think because she's one of the most competitive athletes of all time. So I think even when her body says no, I think her mind will still be like, nah, I still got one more in me. And I think that'll allow about a couple more years until she kind of calls it.
I think what I hope for her is I hope that she knows when to hang it up, as opposed to being like the person who everybody's kind of sad when they see them in the match because they know like you're not really gonna do well, Yeah. It ends up turning into, how in the NBA and when it's the final season for somebody, it turns into like a
farewell tour.
Yeah. She ends up having like a farewell tour that lasts for 3 years.
Yeah.
So hopefully she could, I'd say Serena, the next big Wimbledon thing that she wins, she should just go out.
All quits, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think so.
She's going to chase it. She's going to be 62 years old, still going.
Yeah.
Grandma, please.
Get off the court.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Meek Mill being ambushed by Takashi 6ix9ine. What are your thoughts for that?
It's foolery. Nah. I mean, I guess 6ix9ine was waiting for him outside the club. With I guess he had like police with him or something like that, and they got into it. So I think he was really baiting him. And see, if I were Meek, when Meek comes out and you see 6ix9ine, that's when you go the other way. To me, I think that's when you go, okay, like let's go out the other way. Because that's what 6ix9ine wants. He wants the Instagram pics. He wants that confrontation. You got to be better than that.
When I saw the video footage of the back area, and I know you'll probably put it together, especially any person who is a fan of the WWE during the Attitude Era knows that looked like a straight up Vince McMahon type Stone Cold comes out of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Takashi to do the Stone Cold Stunner on all the bodyguards.
Yeah.
Grab, call for some beer, drink the beer, and then flip off. Like I was waiting for that.
and then somebody leaves holding their arm when they leave their arm. They walk away holding their arm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no, and Meek walks away holding his arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was, because it seemed super staged, and like the bouncers, Takashi went crazy, and the bouncers all kind of like pushed him away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Meanwhile, both rappers were on their phones recording the whole thing. Like, how weird is this?
You know what they missed? JR. It's pandemonium.
Yeah. I'd say that was easily one of the weirdest moments in hip hop, when like there's an altercation, but there's not, and like both rappers kind of almost like their phones almost touched. Was that the altercation? Like when the phones?
Yeah.
I remember back in the old days where rappers used to punch each other.
Right.
So the one thing about it though, I hope that Takashi's level of clowning and like being a annoyance doesn't go to the point where somebody who has stuff to lose, like Meek has stuff to lose. He's just got his legal situation cleaned up. I hope it doesn't spill into him actually like knocking him out and like getting into actual trouble.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I think Meek's a little smarter than that. I think it was maybe 10 years ago. I think he would have been in some trouble, but I think Meek is laughing at this now. He's laughing. Yeah. He's not.
So all right. And then last up we have kind of our review of the Judas and the Black Messiah movie. We're going to edit it or modify it slightly so that way we don't give away any key spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. But the question I had that I wanted to pose to you, the audience, as well as you, ACG, if you were in Fred Hampton's position, knowing the police were after you, just getting out of prison, would you take the money that has been given to you and flee, take it all, take off, go out of the country? Mm-hmm. Or do you still stay and keep fighting the fight knowing that your life's at stake?
That's a tough one. Not really. I'm taking the money. I'm out.
Yeah. Like, and it's tough because I understand the perspective of, being that symbol that doesn't back down, that stays, and that, is kind of like a beacon for the people. Mm-hmm. But the tough thing about it is that once you're out of the picture, you are kind of a martyr.
Right.
But I think you could do way more work while you're alive and still, like Asada Shakur, she took off and went to Cuba and was writing and still was, her voice was still being heard. Mm-hmm. So you have people who do leave the country and still are prolific with spreading the word.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Myself personally, I would have took the money. Like the very first time anybody offered me $20, I would take that and go as far as that $20 would get me.
Yes.
So, but once again, I do say that was an outstanding movie. Anybody who's interested should check it out. It's available right now on HBO Max. Please let us know from our website, skyboxpodcast.net. Under contact us, select, click the link to let us hear, your questions, or if you had any specific thoughts on the show, on any of the segments, sound off there. Let us know what you think. If you sound off, you have a chance of potentially being featured on one of the next shows. Mm-hmm. So now this is going to wrap up today's show. The last thing I want to leave the people with is our hot takes. ACG, what is your hot take for the week?
My hot take is that the Clippers beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Final. I think it's gonna be the Clippers and Brooklyn.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay. I'll see you during the playoffs. I'm gonna have some money to bet you. So my hot take for the week is Carson Wentz is done. It's a wrap. It's over for him.
Okay.
Indy just wasted their time as well as their draft picks, and Philly makes out all the better for it.
Okay. I'm on board with that. I'll take it.
All right, everybody. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe, as well as to like the show. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to hit like, as well as to subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week where we'll talk about everything that happens in the sports and rap worlds within that time. So once again, from the Skybox, peace.
Peace.